Jill Kelley is a part of that story, and she has written a new book called Collateral Damage, Petraeus, Power, Politics, and the Abuse of Privacy. Good morning, Jill Kelley.
Good morning.
The premise of this book is to what? Explain your side of the story?
To explain to, vindicate these men, let the American public know the real story, because, it's not right that they retired and resigned and continue to live with the fallacies that were said about them. And the book basically, through email conversations, text messages, shows what really happens. And the most important point to the story is the same officials that continue to run our country are still illegally collecting emails of millions of innocent Americans. So nobody's too big or too small. And they could do this to me and my family. They could do to any family. So It's a warning of the nightmare that we lived through and what really happened, what really went through their minds at the time when they learned their emails were being read, when they learned that they had become targets of their own political enemies.
All right, Jill Kelley, the book is Collateral Damage. Paula Broadwell was having an affair with General Petraeus and writing his biography, and she released some emails. Is that what happened?
No, she was basically stalking him and other generals, and nobody knew it was his ex-mistress. And then she began stalking my husband through me. Me through my husband, sending him the emails with telling us in the emails, because it was gender bias, it was we will shame U.S. leaders in headline news and top generals and their spouses. Everything that she had threatened came true. Including where we will be the next dinner, what time our dinner will be, because she was basically accessing his email, so the director of the CIA's emails, so she knew where the general's whereabouts would be. So obviously everyone was terrified. It was very harrowing for 6 months, and the FBI never told the director of the CIA who his stalker was.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have an inappropriate relationship with General Petraeus at all?
I never had an inappropriate relationship with anybody. I'm very happily married, and that was another awful leak and lie that they did on Sunday the 11th, hours after Petraeus resigned, when they came together, as the book reports, that was reported publicly, that the strongest entities in the world, the White House, the State Department, and the Pentagon came together and they said, the country is demanding answers. How long this investigation was, did the White House know, why wasn't Congress informed? And then they decided to create a new sex scandal to basically distract from one that they had because of their inept, politically delayed FBI investigation. And they decided to throw me out there, a victim of crime, and General Petraeus, another victim of the crime. General Allen, another victim of the crime, and just created a whole bogus 30,000 emails. The other woman, like sex husbands, heinous and horrific smear campaign you would ever want, where he and I were going, what is going on here? We never had an affair. All we did is report a crime. And so that's why the book says nobody's too big or small to fall for some political agendas or even personal motivations.
Jill, I'm going to stop you there. You say nothing inappropriate happened, and that's why you wrote the book Collateral Damage. But in your own book, you suggest that General Petraeus told the FBI that you fondled him under a table, and according to CNN, a source familiar with law enforcement investigation confirms that General Petraeus did tell the FBI that inappropriate and intimate fondling took place.
See, and yes, that was reported. I did not report that, but that was reported. I put clearly in the book, I show the picture of that dinner they're referring to, and if you see the picture in the book, my husband, his wife, his son, my sister, her boyfriend, the whole family there at Easter dinner with no table linen, because it's a restaurant that has wooden tables. It couldn't physically happen. And that's what was so disturbing. Why would I go to the FBI if I ever did anything inappropriate or had an affair? Why would he and General Allen suggest me to go to FBI if they're having an affair with me?
But did General Petraeus tell the FBI that it did happen?
You know what? I read that. I didn't report that. I read that.
Well, okay. Have you spoken to him? Does he confirm this to you?
He never told me that he said that. He told me that she was jealous because she thought that that he was in love with me and that he was going to leave her for me. And she got jealous. But how it initially started was he told her to go do a chapter on leadership on his book and interview Jill Kelley. Remember, I never met this lady in my life, still never met her. And when she saw me, he said, when she saw me, she got twisted and jealous. Now, remember, I never met this lady in my life, and I never knew he was having an affair with anybody.
But don't you find it a little strange that don't you find it a little strange that General Petraeus, the reports are that he told the FBI you did something?
That's what the reports are. Now, if he said that, I don't know why he said that, because you see the photo, it couldn't physically happen. Yeah. Now, do I have a theory why he said it? Of course I have a theory, but...
Well, why would he say something like that if it's not true?
Because he basically had to... Because if he told her, whatever he told her to make her jealous, and which is what I'm learning happened, whatever he told her to make her jealous, he basically had to live up to it. And because there's certain... Right now there's things under seal that I can't say, but what I can say, it never happened.
All right.
And whatever reason he said it, I can't say right now, but it did not happen.
Jill Kelley, the book is called Collateral Damage, Petraeus, Power, Politics, and the Abuse of Power, self-published. Jill Kelley, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.